Welcome back to another Stellaris episode in the People's Liberatory world, and today we're going to hopefully be taking the fight back to the League. And yeah, I'll see you all when something interesting occurs. If you would like to read that, you can. What we just found is this. What we just found is something of horrific proportions. So I don't think that this science ship is going to survive much, unless we cloak it as such. This is called a dimensional horror. It is a Leviathan, as you can read here. This thing has over 50,000 fleet power in it. So yeah, there's no way we're going to be going against this for quite some time. And we also have a new tradition point that we can unlock here. Going to go with the minus upkeep. And let's declare the war. Now, they're a bit too powerful for us to take them as a subject. So we're just going to do a conquest war. And the Varians are actually going to join us. Maybe they're not going to join us. Okay, what if I say select Humiliate and ask the Varians if they want to join us now? Hopefully they say yes. Nope, the Varians aren't going to join us. Well, we can still crush these guys all on our own. And here's where the fun begins. And here we are in their home system, taking it currently because it's a very smart thing to do currently. If you want to read that, you can. But yeah, we're taking their home system, and we'll need to go back to there to retake that system. Or their fleet can just jump in on top of us. That too is fine. We're easily going to win, however. So this fleet can go to that station, and this fleet can go get that station back. And I will bombard these planets until they are completely dealt with. And we have found a renowned paragon who seeks to join us. This is actually a renowned paragon that I've never seen before. A General Jin. They're at our service, envoy of the Numerous Equilibrium, sent to defend those in need and help bring about the end of tyranny. That's actually very good, because currently our enemy here, while yes, they do share our ethics and will quote-unquote be our erstwhile allies, they do kind of need protection and a whole bunch of other things such as that. This isn't actually that bad of a general. Oh my goodness, this isn't that bad of a general. Okay, yeah, we are actually going to enlist you. You are actually a decent general. And an election occurs in the middle of a war, and we're not going to do anything about it. We do, however, need to quickly save this, because we do have someone that requires saving over there. Our agenda also just fired off, which means that we can go back to leadership conditioning. Always a great choice. But yeah, our armies have now invaded, however you say this planet's name, and we conquered the planet, which means that we can now send our forces to go do whatever the hell they need to do. Yeah, we can watch these go on their way, but we're basically just planning on conquering everything we need, and we also found an event that made us contact with the Varian entity. I believe we're already in contact with them. The the galaxy's most delicious species are rocks. I don't know how to take that. And our Minister of State has just died. Very sadly as well, because now we need to elect a new Minister of State. We'll go with you because you're level 2 trickster, and I will give you hostility because we now need to get someone new into this position, and you're a better candidate than anyone else. Let's plan a grand parade because it gives us more ship build speed. And we did just conquer another planet, which means that we can now, hopefully, achieve our war goal, which was just occurred. Whether by honorable or dishonorable means you have defeated us in combat, claim your spoils and rue the day of our return. The best possible outcome. I'm surprised that that was so easy. Yeah, let's just set up our trade routes as needed. This one I'm going to shut down. I'm going to turn that into pure shipyards, and hopefully next time we go to war with the League, we will be taking them as our subject. Hopefully we could, say, subjugate the Varians, which we actually can. That was a lot easier than what I expected. Let's make you pay us, and maybe, say, a little like this. I am surprised that you would accept this. Okay. Yep, I am completely fine with those terms. Now this is quite an old event. However, we must invest in the area, which then allows me to get extra specialist output. And the Varians have accepted our subjugation terms. They are a protectorate where they only have 38.2% of our technology. However, they do get extra technology rate. They get an extra bonus to researching technology that we already own. Now, we've only got one of our CyberX events done, which means that if we, say, go with everyone has a price, which is the cheaper out of the two options to get a artifact, we gain an artifact, which we'll also gain another one real shortly. Right now, from Petren 9, if I've got my Roman numerals correct. If you want to read it, you can. However, I believe that this one is a large ship that is based on the CyberX. And yeah, I'll just see you all when something else interesting occurs or we have met the end. Never mind. Our Prime Minister is dead. Long live the Prime Minister. Now we need a new Prime Minister. I would personally elect this person. And we are buying a level 3 official from those people right there. I'm going to go for talent with you, my guy, because that way we can actually Yep, politician level 2. That is going to be a godsend for us. But when our current Minister of State is elected as our next Prime Minister, we should hopefully have an open council slot. One that we can fill up with this new racket. This does, however, mean that we need to fill that slot, and we do need to move this minister over to here. Oh wait, that is a terrible negative. Oh no. I just realized. That's a very terrible negative because now it takes a lot longer for all of our ships to be built. Yikes. We also found the Noxious Planet, one of our mass extinction planets. I believe it is our last mass extinction planet. And we have finished the mass extinction event chain, I believe, for the toxic world, mass extinction through the ages, which we did. Study complete. While the research expedition often yielded unexpected results, Pithkin scientists now have access to an unprecedented wealth of data with which to accurately model the future of Diber. Initial reports suggest that Diber will be in no real danger for at least a dozen generations, save from freak cosmic events or the violent collapse of the People's Liberatory worlds. What can we learn from these planets, which gives us a small amount of science? Or we could go with the Pithcus people should be put at ease. That would actually propel us to our next tradition point. But science is always best, so we should do our science. And that accelerated the collective self by a lot. And we have found more aliens. Another enclave, I believe. Yep, that's another enclave. And the orbital speed demon. There's one correct thing to do here, and that is to study/open the box. This series we're going to open the box. Next series, if I get the orbital speed demon, I will show you what happens when you study the box. Anyway, as I was going to previously say on the alien box, you get 3 solutions. A red one, a green one, and a blue one. They each do different things, and we'll do different things for the Pithcus people. So I'm just going to select the blue one, which, as you can see, gave us limited regeneration, which is a rather good thing if you like having longer-lived leaders, which I relatively do. I prefer our leaders to be able to live to 100. So there's still 10 years of leader lifespan we need to get. At some point, such as now, I'm going to get everyone to have a brain slug, because brain slugs are actually pretty useful. And we have just finished our contact with the artisans, which, if I open up the communication log here and become patron, we need 3,000 energy, which I don't think we'll do. But the second thing is that now all of our Pithcus have brain slug host, which means that if I open up leaders here, every singular Pithcus hopefully should get brain slug host at some point, because they're all equally hostified, if that makes sense. And we have developed an incoming transmission. Greetings, Prime Minister. We are freedom fighters, former slaves from Apor. We are seeking to liberate ourselves from the Virian entity. You're fleeing from our vassal. Where are you coming from? Here. Uproar. Okay. We seek to liberate ourselves from our oppressors, the Virian entity, and have long admired your egalitarian standards and yearn to belong to such an enlightened society. If you will aid us, we would gladly pledge ourselves to you, though we are prepared to strike by ourselves if we must. I'm pretty sure that I don't want my vassal here to hate me. But we do have roughly 300 opinions still if I do select this. It may be considered an act of war. May. But I also don't want to go into a civil war. Variants, this is really terrible timing for you, because this is my last year for this episode, and I don't think Uproar is actually going to rebel. If it does, then we will know, but I don't think it will. At least, nope, never mind, they do. They rebelled. Yikes. Now we actually need to go defend our subject from these guys. That is terrible timing. I will probably need to murder these guys at a very extended rate. What are their fleets like? They only have, like, what? 3.4k, 3.5k. They can easily defeat our vassal with that one fleet. Where'd your other fleet go? That can't be all of your fleets. Can it? No, it can't.
Anomaly detected.
Yikes. So, this is probably going to end up being the end of this episode. If you'll do enjoy seeing how we end up defeating the rebels in tomorrow's episode, well, tomorrow, no, more like next episode, because I don't actually release these in the days that I say normally. But yeah, if you would like to continue to see us defeat these rebels in next episode, then please do hit like, make a comment, just even hit subscribe. It helps out the channel, shows that Stellaris is something that you'd like to see continued into the future. And yeah, I just really hope that we end up winning this war in tomorrow's episode.